Are you comfortable in your own skin? Let's talk about it. All right, you guys. So I'm Thalia, and we're going through my book, Dating Smarter. And we are on question number 4. And question 4 says, am I satisfied with how I am showing up in the world? Okay. So, am I satisfied? Well, it starts with my appearance. So, I know a lot, there's this standard, especially if you're an American, there's this beauty standard that Americans have that has really tainted the minds of people to where you feel like you have to look a certain way to be considered beautiful. And it's not so. It's really not so, because there's beauty in every, there's beauty in everything. There's beauty in curly hair, there's beauty in straight hair, there's beauty in everything. And so for a long time now, Americans have really adopted this idea that you had to look a certain way to be beautiful. And a lot of people are still stuck in that that old matrix style of thinking. But you really have to come out of that, and you have to view each person as an individual and find the beauty in them. But what this question is really focusing on is how you feel about yourself. Okay? Because this is the thing. If you are not happy with how you look, your appearance, you should not be dating. Yeah, that's what I said. Because that is going to present, it's going to show itself. It's going to show itself in who you allow to date you. It's going to show itself in how you allow people to treat you. So, and if you're a woman, that is the first place that a narcissist guy or a guy with bad intentions, that is the first place he's going to target you. And if you already don't feel like you like the way you look, he's got you, because he already knows what your weakness is, right? So, and I'm not saying that there's a certain way you need to look. I'm saying you have to be happy with the skin you're in, the body you're in. You have to say, you know what? I'm beautiful. Even though I may have a few extra pounds, even though, this doesn't curve like it used to, this doesn't fit here, you have to think, you have to go in, you have to know I'm beautiful. You have to think that you're beautiful before someone else can think that you're beautiful. So if you're not there yet, you have to get there before you start dating. That's why this is the pre-dating journal, because a lot of these things, if we haven't conquered, we really shouldn't even be dating, to be honest. So the next point is money. And that's a big one for guys, but for girls too, to be honest, especially lately for girls. Because I see, well, it's guys and girls. I'll just go through them both. For guys, if your money's not right, well, you already know. If your money's not right, you're not right. It's just the bottom line. A guy, his money has to be right, or his self-esteem, like it's attached. So if a guy's money's not right, he really needs to work on that before he enters into a dating situation. And also, you need to be able to, if you're going on a date, pay. So you need to be able to afford it. So if you're at the place where you're paycheck to paycheck and you can't afford to date, that's fine. But just, you can't afford to date, and that's okay. That's a place where everyone has been at some point in their life. If you meet someone and you want to date, but you can't afford it, communicate that to her. If she's cool, I'm cool. If she like it, I love it. If she's not, then, it is what it is. Everyone has their own choice, right? So for a guy, you really need to work on getting your, finances in order, so that you're not, oh, well, I can only spend, that's why you're like, oh, maybe if I make her pay half, and, that's too much. You're doing too much. It's presenting as broke. So, and you don't want to go into dating with that. So get your finances together before you're attempting to date. And for a woman, that might be even more so, because I see a lot of women out here dating because they want someone to pay for their bills or because they want money. And that's not a reason. That's not a reason to be out here dating, especially if you have kids and you're just dating someone because you need them to pay a bill, but they're not really a good person. And now you've, allowed that person around your children. So, money can't be the factor. Money cannot be the reason that you're dating someone. So please be mindful of that, women. All right. And also it talks about career and education. So career and education. Now these are kind of ongoing. You don't necessarily have to have these, in stone before you're dating, because obviously that's going to be a process, but you do need to have some direction, right? You need to have something narrowed down. You want to be this, you're going to go to school for this, you're focusing on this, you're saving for this. You have to be in the process of something, right? We're not just sitting around chilling and, I don't know what I'm gonna do for a job. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a career, but I'm looking for a date. What? No, it doesn't work that way. No, get your life together. Focus on you. Figure out what it is you are going to do. That's all a part of bringing something to the table, right? So, again, it doesn't have to be completely ironed out, because that might be something you work with your partner. They might help you to work towards, or figure out what it is that you want to specifically do. But at the end of the day, you really need to have some type of direction before you enter into dating. Having a lot of these things are really going to help you with not being manipulated, and because if you go into dating and you don't have any sense of who you are, any sense of where you're going, then that person can tell you anything and you're just going along for the ride. So, we are going to start dating smarter. That's what we're doing here. We're dating smarter. Because this old way of just entering in and thinking we're going to figure everything out, in there. That's a way, but that really hasn't worked out so much. So let's focus on us, get ourselves together. That way, when two people come together, we're both at least, complete people. I'm a complete person that has already decided, I'm working on this, I know what I'm doing. This person's a complete person, and we come together and we make each other better. But it's not, I need this, I'm missing this, I'm missing this. And let me see what other point I wanted to make. Hold on. Okay, so I was just looking through here. I gave you guys like a budget creator, just a little mini budget creator to help you start. If you're not keeping a budget, you really should be keeping a budget. So that way you actually know what you have to spend on the date. If you're not even keeping a budget, you might think you have a certain amount, but you really don't. So also, there's a quote here. It says, "You have all the tools that you need inside of you to fix yourself. Your tools. Don't work on anyone else. Stop trying to repair others with your toolkit." And that's basically, it says what it says. You are responsible for you. And I know as women, we always want to try to fix everyone else, but you can't fix everyone else if you haven't even addressed your own stuff first. Everything starts with you. So you have to start with you. Focus on you. I know that we've been taught, oh, that's selfish. That's no, we were taught wrong. We were taught wrong. Focus on you. Because once you fix you, then everything else radiates from that. You have to start with you. Yeah. So, all right, that's pretty much it for number 4. Well, it's not, it's pages, but you can read it. All right. Yay, fun times. Carry on.